In this video we're going to look at Pythagoras in 3D, and there's two possible ways you can do this. Firstly, you need a diagram. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work out the distance across the full diagonal of the shape. Now there are four diagonals that I could do. Let's just pick E to C. So I'm going from one top corner of a three-dimensional shape right down to the bottom corner of that shape, going through the middle of the shape. Now if I'm going to do that, I can do this in two ways. I can split it and look at two-dimensional triangles, or I can cheat and I can use a rule, and this rule works all the way through a three-dimensional rectangular prism when you've been given the length, the width and the depth or the height. So I'll do it both ways first. If I'm going to do this using two triangles, two-dimensional triangles, two flat triangles, I'm going to go with, well, let's work out the diagonal across the floor of this thing. So that's the triangle ABC, going back to A again. So I could do that by using normal Pythagoras. So that's all the way across there, working out this length across here, AC. If I do that, I'm going to do 7 squared plus 4 squared, square root of the answer. Now the square root of that answer is going to give me the length AC. In order to work out the target, which is EC, remember that's what we're aiming for, I can then use that length there and this length here, and I create a nice two-dimensional triangle where, oops, that's not quite right, it takes me right the way down. Now that creates, there we go, that's a bit better. That creates a triangle where if I use the answer to the previous question, square that, square 2 centimetres, which is the height of AE, and then add those two together, I can square root to find the final length EC. And that will work as well. What I like to do is if I'm going from one side of a rectangular prism through to the other side through the middle, what you can do is you can take the length, square it, plus the width, square it, plus the depth or the height and square it, and you square root your whole answer, and that will give you the distance from one side corner right the way through to the bottom corner. And that gives you the same answer as if you did it in two separate triangles. So let's do this. Let's say this is X, Y and Z. So I've got 7 squared, which is 49, plus 4 squared, plus 2 squared, and I'm going to square root that whole answer. Gives me 49 plus 16 plus 4, square root. Add that together, gives me the square root of 69. And I'm dealing with centimetres there. Now that's obviously the exact answer. If you need to work out the decimal answer, just type in square root of 69 in your calculator and round it correct to 2 decimal places. It's always good to have 2 decimal places unless the question specifies.